to the Spring Premier Classic, the first exposure tournament of this young AAU season. We're at Greensboro, North Carolina, and I'm with two of my favorite players. I'm going to let them take some time to introduce themselves. We're going to start right here.
I'm Kat Taylor, and I'm class of 2013.
I'm Jay Murphy, and I'm class of 2013.
Okay, Kat. I have to bring this up because there was an observer who said, you know what, you need to go check out these teams. So I'm over there, kind of like looking over here, looking over there, and sure enough, I see you knock not 6, but 7 straight threes before you were subbed out. Can you talk a little bit about, do you know what's going on at that point in time? Do you know it's 7 in a row? Can you just tell the audience here, what's going through your head when something like that's happening?
I mean, I was pretty excited, of course, because I hit 7 threes, but...
So you knew you hit 7 threes?
Well, I don't really keep up. I just knew it was somewhere up there. But,
right,
yeah.
right. And, to be honest with you, I would have to say, and I would say other people too would agree that you're the best shooter in the tournament. Has that been like a natural gift to you? I mean, do you feel like that's your best attribute?
Pretty much.
Pretty much?
Work at it a lot, but
okay.
I think so.
Good, good. And with you, I mean, you have like this uncanny ability to score around the block. I mean, you bully people down there. And I like it. I do, and I'm sure your coaches do too. Is that something that you focus on, or does that just come natural? Talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, I just know if I have an advantage in the post, I know when to post up and when not to post up. And when I see someone smaller than me, I take that advantage.
Good, good. Now let me ask you this. This is an exposure event. Obviously, there's coaches everywhere, people watching your games, things like that. Tell me, why should a college coach recruit you?
Because...
Just because?
No, I'm trying to think.
Well, I can kind of help you out.
Okay.
I think that you are a fantastic shooter. I think that you can initiate an offense. I think you got good ball handling skills. Would that kind of factor in right there? Would that be a good reason?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, next time you're asked that question, you can use those, okay? All right. What about you?
That was a good one. I don't really know. It's just, yeah.
Well, that time's coming, ladies. You guys are juniors. You're getting recruited. You gotta know why. You gotta sell yourself. Well, again, I think one of my favorite qualities of your game is, again, being on the block. I think that when you have smaller defenders on you, they have no chance down there. And you can score around the basket. You got a good touch. So, again, you can use that as well when a college coach says, why should I recruit you? Okay? Now, we talked about your strengths, and everybody has strengths in life, but what would you say there's something that you need to work on your game to get better, to be able to play at the next level?
I need to work on being stronger around the goal a lot. Because mainly my high school coach is telling me about going off 1 foot, and he's like, you need to be going off 2. And I actually hit the floor a lot. So.
Right. That's weight room. You need to get in there. Start bench pressing.
I'm working on it. I've
do
done
some curls,
I've
some
done
squats. Okay. I want to keep an eye on you. What about you? What would you say there's something that you need to work on?
Well, my left hand pull-up jumpers around the 3-point line, I think that's something I need to work on because that's one of, like if I have like a post player on me that thinks I'm a post, my advantage of her would be just take her off the dribble. So
right.
I think that's something I need to work on more on my weekends.
I've done a lot of these interviews over last year and this year, and I've rarely heard somebody say, I need to work on pulling up off my left hand. It's an impressive answer. Because it just really goes to show that you kind of know the game, right? Usually you'll hear, like some ball handling or this, that, and the other, but you're really focused on one element. But that one little element, pulling up off the dribble, is huge. I mean, you know that playing the game. If you can come off consistently pulling up off the jump, I mean, not a lot of people can do that, so that's impressive. One move, and quickly, when you played the Phoenix Elite, when you spun around, came to the top of the key, knocked down that jumper, you remember that? That's kind of what she's talking about, pulling up off the dribble. It's tough to do. Not many players can do that. Okay, concluding question. So basketball, you're playing it now. What are your goals for this sport? I mean, do you want to play in college? If the opportunity presents itself, sometimes people talk about the WNBA and playing across seas. Is it something that you want to continue doing? Start with you.
I definitely want to play in college ball just because, I love the game, but I don't really know about the NBA. I mean, WNBA.
Right.
And overseas, because I don't know. I feel like the WNBA gets cheated just because the girls.
Yeah.
I mean, you see NBA everywhere, but you don't see the WNBA at
Right.
all.
No, and I hear you on that. And like, to be honest, people always talk about, I want to go to the WNBA, but you're going on scholarship to get an education.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll be able to explore different avenues. And if that opportunity presents itself, well, by all means. But again, it's an impressive answer. Very good. And for you?
I definitely want to play college basketball, but as far as WNBA wise, I'm kind of deciding whether or not I want to play in the WNBA because, like Kat said, they get cheated a lot just because they're girls. But I definitely want to play in college.
Very good. Well, there you have it. Impressive answers. And girls, I really appreciate your time and coming on here and chit-chatting a little ball with me. Okay? Well, that does it. That concludes this interview at the Spring Premier Classic, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you.